you guys. So, hello, I'm playing with the camera here. I love this. This is awesome. I love it that I can actually record from my computer here. So, the software that I decided to go with is this Hollyland. It's a wireless mic, it's right here. I absolutely love it. And I tested out two different cameras. Now I went with an AI camera and then the lighting stuff. So, anyways, I haven't been live like I wanted to just yet. I am literally a whole production team by myself. You would think with the help of AI, things would be faster, but it's not that simple because when you're producing things, you're taking the role of all these different individuals that used to be hired to do each little section and you're doing it by yourself. So even if you have the help of AI, you still physically have to do a bunch of stuff. So not when I create songs, oh, I want to go back to a lot of stuff. We got to talk about I've been gone for a while and I know that I needed to be live, but again, I'm learning so much. I'm OCD, I'm ADHD, and I won't lie, I do not regret going this way and learning this stuff because I truly love it. It works with my brain. When you're ADHD, your mind's always going so fast. And when you put something as powerful as AI in front of someone like me, you always are going to be seeking questions. How do you do this? How do you do that? You want to know everything. That is how my brain works. So I can go to just go 24/7 and go to bed at 3 a.m. I'm sure you guys have been noticing that. That is not healthy for me. So yes, there's a couple of times where I just had to disconnect from everything. And it's also why I don't answer a lot of my messages right now because if I do, you'll throw me off. And it will take me literally an hour just to get back on here and start working on the things that I need to do. So what am I doing? I'm testing out different things, not only for music, but I'm testing out different things to create videos. Right now, I'm doing basic videos. I got to get these videos up and they're basic, but eventually they're not going to be basic. They're going to be AI generated perfection videos that go with my storytelling. The way that I'm using this is not like I'm not just throwing out music. Everything I do is going to, I have a story to tell. I don't care if it's a political or it's healing or it's highly sexual, but it's going to be a story there. I have a story to tell behind everything. And it's going to be stories I've heard throughout my life or things that maybe I felt really deep when I was watching something on TV and I wanted to address it because I felt deeply about it. And I don't want it to be something. I'm not going to censor my talk, but I'm a good person, so I don't think in general that I'll do something that gets me in big trouble. So I'm testing out things. So yesterday, for an example, why things are taking so long. When I'm testing out an OBS center, the OBS is what takes your live stream and sends it out to all your streams. So if, just say I don't want to just be on TikTok live, I want to take my live to Facebook and to Twitch and to other places. Yesterday, I tried out a software that I thought it made live. And as I was building it out for like 45 hours, I started thinking, well, where's the chat button? Where do I communicate back to people? Well, this software doesn't have it. It doesn't have the area where you can put a comment in there and reply back to someone. You can see their comments, but you can't reply back. And that's not going to work for me, especially for storytelling. So I'm still back to just using the TikTok live, but I'm looking into two others. And this trial and error is going to help me help other people that want to do what I'm doing or do something to what I'm doing. And then when you go online and you start learning about different things, most of the people out there are selling a product, so you're not knowing if they're giving it a true review or not. Or if you're going to, like the classes I'm taking, they're teaching me more about the AI. These people are using high tech words that I don't even understand sometimes. So I have to learn it. So after I learn everything that I'm learning, I'm going to come back and do tutorials on the things I'm learning in your word, in your language, and regular human language without all the tech stuff. Although I love tech words, I love it. I love tech men. They're my thing now. So that's what I'm doing. I am testing out live centers. I'm testing out different AI music centers, different video creators. Learning AI is not cheap. You can download the software, but if you want to perfect it, or if you want to go to the events, they're not cheap. The two events that are coming up in the United States, one's in, I guess one's in California, they're pretty big. Really get in there and actually attend some of the speeches and all that. It's $2,500. This is not made for the average person. It's expensive to be in this field. I am lucky that I was able to find one in Amsterdam. If I'm gonna spend that kind of money, I'm getting out of here. In Amsterdam in October, and there was a discount there for new creators, and I got that discount, so I'll be in Amsterdam, and I'm gonna be with people like Nvidia and all that. I cannot wait. Those are the things I'm doing, learning all that. I'm going to break it down again because again, my ADHD got me all over the place. When you're looking at, let's say, a song, I kept on getting criticized how it's not my music. I'm going to tell you how I learned about this. I create a lot of poetry. I've always been a writer. And I will send in my poetry to a friend. And my friend put my poetry into a song. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. It sounds amazing. And so I started using software and creating my songs and breaking down. If I don't like how something is, every line was rewritten, every line was perfect. And then I went and I started, okay, how do I start monetizing? What do I do to start, monetizing? Then I started watching videos and I said, oh, you can create a song with just two sentences. And I'm like, oh, that's why people are thinking this is not mine. That's why they're thinking that I'm not creating this. But I didn't learn it that way. I learned it the hard way, the long way. And I would never ever put two prompts for a basic song. I'm not basic. Everything I'm creating is based on true stories or other people's stories or sexy fantasy or something, but it's all mine and I perfect every line. And everybody who knows me knows my stories. There's gonna be stories when I left the San Antonio and went to Detroit as a young person, and how I was forced into a marriage in the Catholic Church when I was just 19 years old, and I didn't know the man. He was abusive. I was forced into that marriage, and the whole story is there. I'm not going to give you the details because you have to go to my podcast and hear the story. But I got stories to tell, and so when I tell the story, then I have the music to go with it. So yes, it's all mine. Um, so yes, I'm looking at that. And if you get into those programs for music, you need to actually do your research because if you try the free versions, you don't own it. You do not own that music. And if you're putting it out there and trying to put it to the system as if you own it, you will get in trouble. You have to pay for the pay version. When it comes to doing a video, I want to try different softwares for the video. And what I don't like about some of these softwares, it doesn't even give you enough time to figure out if you want to use it before they're trying to force you to pay for an upgrade. So I'm testing these out. So when I come back and I start teaching other people with basic language that they understand, then I'm giving you something that you can afford. Or if it is a little bit more money, it's worth that money. Okay. When you're running videos, they charge you per second of that video. Okay. So if you, the 6 second run could cost you 20 credits on one platform. Or another one, they'll allow you to like test it out, but they're only going to give you 120 credits. If you run that video to try to make a whole like 10-minute or say just simple 3-minute video, you lost all your free credits. It's gone. How is it worth it? You didn't even get to figure out if you want to use it or not. So these are the things that I'm trying to test out for you. The true software that you need to be successful is not cheap. But if I can find one that's worthy of what you're going to pay and what you're going to get back, and that you own that property, you own it, then those are the things that I'm learning so that I can teach you. Also, I will be going live. I know that I'm delayed. As I told you, I was trying this different softwares. I'm just going to go straight to TikTok. And as I'm learning, there's a glitch, but perfection is coming, and I can't keep on waiting. Um, One of the biggest delays I'm having is I first started uploading music to the distributors. Well, I had to go back and take all that music and put it back in my BMI so I can get paid my royalties for that music. So I have all this new music that I haven't put out yet. But when I do put them out, they'll be in albums. I have 4 categories from political to healing to Latino music to highly sexual music. These are my things. I'm multiple personalities. You cannot put me in a box. It's going to be hard for the algorithm to figure me out, but it will figure me out eventually. And it will figure me out because my people have been following me since MySpace. They're going to be there. And they're going to help the algorithm figure out someone like me. That's what I've been doing. And I hope when I start teaching you guys how to do it, that I bring you valuable information and help you save a little bit of money because I've spent a lot already. But I want the best. I want the best for you guys. I want the best for me. That's just who I am. Talk to y'all later. Bye bye.